I want to say this on TV. I've spoken to people who live a few houses down from the Webster Mill building. They have not noticed any rat activity at all. I go online, social media, and they towed my car away because rats chewed through the wires, etc. What are you guys hearing?
I see it too. I read it, and we hear it.
You see rats?
No, I don't see the rats. I don't see the rats. I mean, maybe once in a while. I think there are rats in the town.
There are.
There have always been rats in the town. There always will be rats in every town. Mm-hmm. And nobody likes rats. And I understand people. And there is. We had the Board of Health come to a council meeting. They talked us through migratory patterns of the rats, the food sources that are available. They do come in waves, right? So you can notice a flux of rats, right? And people and everyone really needs to make sure that we're eliminating the food sources, because that's how we're going to get them out of town. In regards to Webster Mill and the demolition there, though, I know that there were tests done beforehand and during the demolition and before the demolition where they had traps set out. And they didn't catch a single rat. They were baited traps. There were no rats. They monitored the site afterwards. No rats were getting away, although I think there were two raccoons. Right, that they caught or noticed. So I don't believe that building has anything to do with any rat problem that folks are probably having. It's just not coming from that building.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I live on Grove Street, right near the mill.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't noticed any increase in activity. I've seen a rat. One ran down my driveway a few nights ago. But it wasn't wearing a Webster Mill t-shirt. I don't think they came from Webster Mill.
Did it have on a yellow vest?
Well, talking to a lot of people, they said that, and Justin sort of alluded to this, Webster Mill didn't have the two things that rats need most, food and water. Mm-hmm. So they just weren't there. I'm not going to say the people in the area aren't seeing rats. I'm sure they are. But they didn't come from, and even some of the reports that I'm hearing about the cars, the wires being chewed and all that, I think people are jumping to the conclusion that it's a rat. It may be. It could just as easily be mice, chipmunks, squirrels. They'll all get into your car looking for shelter in the winter, and they'll all eat that soy-based wiring.
Yeah, we've had that issue with the North TV van. We park it in the police parking lot where the police officers park when they're on duty. It's funny, years ago when Chief Gould was still at NAPD, we asked if it could be parked in the fenced-in area. We were worried about it. And he said, no, how about if we park it over here? And I said, will it be safe? And he said, put it this way. The police officers park their cars over there. They monitor that lot closer than the one where the cruisers are in. Yeah, okay. But if we park the van facing the field, we've twice haven't been able to start it. They've nested and chewed through the air filter, and made a home in there. So it wasn't a rat.
And that's at Community Field?
No, that was right over here, right behind the Valero gas station.
Okay.
So that's number one. What's going to be done with that property? Any idea?
It's still early. It's still early phases. Right now, I believe there's a. Did you guys already vote this back to us, or I think we last meeting of the council we just authorized Town Manager Borg to enter negotiations with the owners.
Correct.
So the owner said, and his goal is to buy that property for $1.
Which would have been the April 1st. No, excuse me. It would have been the March 25th meeting. Yes.
No, this last one on Monday.
Meeting.
Oh, okay.
April 8th.
So you authorized. He brought it at the March 25th meeting.
Yeah. So that's the step that's the phase that we're at right now, is that he's going to be negotiating with the owners. Now, I don't think the owners have a lot of leverage from what we've heard. So hopefully he'll be able to negotiate a favorable price. There's some concerns that a lot of councilors have expressed, including myself, around the risk of acquiring a property that could have contamination, and if there's exposure, or if it's spread to other properties.
Right.
So we really need to make sure that the town's not taking on any undue risk, and that what's the word that we use for that?
Indemnification.
An official indemnification from the state.
He's doing well in his first
He's good.
year.
He knows. He fills my gaps. He knows where I need help. So if we can get that property on the market and redeveloped, I think not so much even for that property itself, but to unlock the potential of the surrounding
the ripple
properties.
effect.
Like that, it could make a big difference in terms of economic growth in that area.